What the fuck is up, everybody? Welcome to the Fckry with Leslie Jones and Lenny Marcus. I'm Lenny Marcus.
And I'm Lily Jones.
And this is the podcast with the mission is to keep it 100 at all times. We talk about the fuckery going on in the world in our lives, all while having a whole lot of fun doing it. Friendly reminder that the elections are November 8th.
Yes.
So make sure you get out there and vote. We are big on that.
Get your ass up and vote. Get your ass up and vote. Get your ass up and fucking vote.
I think they got to say it one more time. You got to say it one more time. Just so there it is. For that reason, today we have the hosts of Pod Save America, John Favreau, John Lovett, and Tommy Vietor on the show.
And
we
are
talking about politics on this episode.
I thought it was
John Favreau.
I thought it was John Favreau that did Iron Man, so I was like, oh.
You don't want to miss this.
Fuck.
Of course, we will end up with the fuckery of the week. But first, it's time for What the Fuck is Up. Leslie, I'm psyched for this show. This is very exciting.
I'm psyched, too. I'm psyched.
What are you wearing?
Okay, first of all, I knew today was going to be very knowledgeable, so I wanted to look like African... Like, I wanted to look like the only teacher that taught at a city college, the black, the social studies. You know how they have the African-American version? Yeah. What is it? What they used to call that? What they used to call that?
African-American studies.
It was an African-American study, or was it some like urban American, some shit? But I look like I'm the professor. African-American studies at the city college. That's what I look like. I look like I know everything
Jones,
about
was
ganja.
the Underground Railroad really underground, Miss Jones?
Shut the fuck up. And
right,
that's what I would tell that motherfucker. Like, you want to find out what a fucking railroad is, motherfucker? Okay. You go ask your fucking mammy where the fucking railroad was.
I think I had you in college. Yeah. I think I had you.
All I'm saying, at the end of it, we gonna kill all the white people. God damn it!
Yeah. Speaking of knocking people out, you met Mike Tyson. Tell me about it.
Mike Tyson, and he tried to bite my ear off.
What? I saw that picture. That was fake, though.
Yeah, it was fake, but he was so fucking fun. He was so fun. I mean...
He has his own show. He's got a huge podcast, right?
He has like 19 million followers. Like,
what?
How the fuck do you get 19 million followers? You're Mike Tyson.
Yeah, the champ.
And I could not stop telling him how much he changed boxing for me. Like, I mean, I liked boxing, Sugar Ray Leonard and the Hagler and, that type of stuff. But he came and changed the dynamics of boxing, just like knocking motherfuckers out in 30 seconds. Like, I told him the story about how my sister-in-law used to order all his fights, but she missed one because she was in the kitchen getting something. And he knocked that motherfucker out in 30 seconds. Yeah. She ran to the living room like, no, motherfucker, no, you did it. It's just great.
I met him and I told him this, that, he was from Catskill, New York, and he was up and coming the same time. We're about the same age. He's up and coming the same time. I'm at Albany, which is like the next town over, and going to college. And everybody ran back all his local all his under fights when nobody knew who he was. Everybody up there knew who he was.
Right.
And they're all on like UHF. So everybody's turning to channel like 84 on their black and white TVs to get the fight.
See him knock motherfuckers out.
30 seconds.
Everybody
come back from the library, knock him out, everybody go back to the library.
That's so funny because I told him, I said, you had to fight at least 1,000 fights before you actually became Mike Tyson. And we were talking about that because I said it's the same with comedy. People don't understand how many sets I've done to get to. I was like, I made it 47. There's probably at least 100,000 sets, like at least. Yeah. Well, I want not 100,000, maybe 10, maybe 25.
Did you do the voice like, "Hey, man,
No, I didn't do that because I didn't want to get knocked the fuck out. Thank you very much. The motherfucker in reaction just fucking power pumps, and then I'm retarded.
Yeah, that's all I need.
I'm like blinking 3 times for yes and 2 for no.
Well, that's good, but he was a nice guy.
He was so nice. He was very, very nice, and I'm gonna go back too. I'm gonna go back and do some co-hosting.
I used to have a great Mike Tyson joke. I think when he was like, he said one time he knocked out somebody. He's like, I'm going to knock him straight into Bolivian. That's what he said. I'm going to knock that guy straight into Bolivian. And I was like, where's that? South America, right next to Obscuriguay. That was my big
You know
Mike
what?
Tyson
Don't do that joke again. It's not a good joke.
Oh, that was good.
That wasn't good. It wasn't good.
Yourself.
Obscura fucking J. First of all, people have to know what the fuck you're talking about. Don't nobody know.
You got to know South America.
Exactly. Exactly. How many people know South America in your audience, Lenny?
A lot. You'd be surprised.
That's because you fucking perform for nerds.
Oh boy, you better anchor in. We got some political people coming in that know a lot of
I'm
shit.
sure they
These
know
guys
about
are three smart guys.
They're supposed to fucking know. You nerds are supposed to know the smart shit. But I'm saying the average audience, you say that a scribber's grade, they're gonna be like, okay, I guess that's funny to somebody.
They got it. Oh my God.
Maybe Dennis Miller.
All right, listen. Then you met a guy who wasn't Mike Tyson, and you said he was a dud.
Oh, yeah. So I'm on stage, right? And I'm really killing. Now, I actually am loving this set. Sometimes it's terrible. I think if I do it terrible, it's a terrible set, but I've been doing it.
Maybe you need an obscure great joke. That would help. Anyway, go ahead. You see a guy, he's hot.
Do you want me to give you credit for making up another word, obscure gray? Because what is the country you even trying to mess up? What's the name?
Uruguay.
Lenny,
Seriously, you've never heard of Uruguay?
No.
Oh, we are fucked in about 20 minutes.
No.
We are.
No,
okay.
I've never heard of Uruguay. I've heard of Ecuador. I heard of Guatemala. I heard of
little lower.
Little lower? What does that mean?
Yeah, a little lower. It's Central America.
A square is square can't be too big.
Square is square. Oh my God! I apologize to those three people listening.
I'm sorry,
to us right now.
Square is square.
One of them's like a foreign,
right.
affairs expert. Oh my God!
Whatever. Listen, let me finish my fucking story. Anyway,
okay, go.
I'm on stage and I'm killing, right? So now, I'm aggressive. I'm tall and, I look like I can probably beat up people. So I'm always, whenever I see a cute guy in the audience, I try to soften up a little bit, right? But I for some reason, this set was going so well, I was like, fuck it. If he liked me going hardcore, then he's going to fucking like me. Fuck it, right? Because I kept seeing him on the side. I was like, this guy is fucking gorgeous. Like, he's really cute, right? So when I finished the set, I turned around and grabbed my glasses and stuff, and I looked him right in the eye and I go, you are fucking gorgeous, right? So I leave the stage and I told my homeboy that was running the door, I said, hey, go find out if he's single. If he's single, give him my number. Tell him that Leslie Jones, And he was like, wow, that's really pimp. I was like, yeah, it's pimp. I said, but that usually doesn't work. And how many times have I told you, whenever I go after the dude, it's just, I don't know why. It just never works. So I expected Luke to text me and go, yeah, that guy's not single. He's, got somebody, but he texted me back. He goes, oh, he's single. And he's like, here's his number. So I'm like, oh, fuck yeah. Stage one, son. Damn man, cut our first base. So like, I'm preparing like, how do I get a dick pic? How do I get, I'm doing all the normal things that you do when you first meet someone.
The normal things, yeah, exactly.
So I was like, okay. Because he see me on stage, he see me at my hardcore state, right? So I texted him, I was like, hey, I'm Leslie, what's up, how you doing? And he was like, oh, I don't know if this is Leslie Jones, because, Leslie just sounds like something that Leslie Jones would say. And I started laughing. I was like, oh, he's trying to be funny. I was like, okay. So I sent him a selfie and I was like, yeah, it's me, and he was like, well, you had on a different shirt when you had on this Tribe Called Quest shirt. So I don't, immediately I like that because I go, he noticed what kind of t-shirt I had on and he noticed the group. So that's points. He's getting points. So I was like, yeah. And then I sent him a picture of the shirt and then he started laughing. He was like, okay. I guess I believe you now. Like, it was really funny. It was just like a cute little, I don't know, mating. So I'm like, if he's pulling the mating tricks with me, he trying to be with me. Fuck it. So the first thing I'm going, how old are you? Because I'm old. So I was like, I need to know how old he is because I need to know what I'm dealing with. Like, if he says he's in his 30s, I'm just gonna fuck him. Now I'm just gonna fuck him. I'm not gonna try to have a relationship with anyone in their 30s. I'm just, if it turns out to be a relationship, great. Fucking great. Okay. But what did I say? Men between 32 and 37, best sex, right? I mean, they are at their prime of sex. So when he said he was 32, I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I could be the one that he has before marriage, right? You know what I'm saying? Because, every guy I fuck with, they get married after me. I guess they go.
I like how you have this blueprint all figured out.
No, I scare them into marriage. They go, yeah, I'm just getting married. I'm just going to get married after that. So
I can't go through that
I can't go through that shit again. Anyway, so, you know me. I always put what they say, the cart before the horse. Well, me, I put the road, the cart, the mailbox, the map, all that shit before the horse. The horse don't even be out there. The horse be still a colt. He don't even be a horse. And I'm already like got us having vacations in Greece naked on the beach. You know what I'm saying? Yep. I done already paid for a fucking bungalow, you know? So I'm texting with him and I said, this is exactly what I said. I said, I'm really scared to ask you how old you are because I'm scared you're going to tell me something young. And then he does some like obscure answer like, oh yeah, you know, you're really not going to want to hear that I was a student at NYU and whoop, 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 whoop. And I was like,
wait, what?
Yeah, right. So immediately I was like, okay, so that means he's young.
22?
Well, no, I'm thinking that means he's young. So, okay, he's going to play this little fucking fuckboy shit. Okay, it's cool. It's cool because thank you. I'm 55 and I know how to handle you, little fuckboy. Let me show you how to really do it, okay? I'm going to give you a fucking lesson today in fuckboyville, buddy. I'm going to teach you the fucking rules of fuckboyvism. You know what I'm saying? So I said, well, I guess it doesn't really matter about the age right now. I guess it just really matters if you're into me. Because, see, that's I'm sorry.
It matters if your mommy wants you home.
Exactly. Motherfucker, do you want to put your penis in my vagina? Nah. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck off with this little fucking smart shit that you think you... I don't give a fuck if you Brooklyn, son. I was... from Crooklyn, exactly. I was from Brooklyn when it was Crooklyn, so go fuck yourself. Anyway, so he sends back, oh, I'm sorry. I don't know how to answer that. Oh, okay. Okay, so two things here. Two things I can do. Yeah. Two things I can ignore this motherfucker and go, it's in the bank, another one fucking bites the dust, right?
Yep.
Or I could just be like, okay, so because at first I was mad because I was like, okay, well, you're saying that you're not into me. That's if you're saying that you don't know how to answer that question, the question I'm asking is you into me? Now, somebody who trying to fuck with me would be like, oh no, I'm into you, but I'm pretty sure I'm younger than you, so you know whatever from that. But you tell me, oh okay, I don't know how to answer that. Either you a dumb motherfucker, you ain't got it all upstairs, or you not really fucking with me. When men want something, they go after it. That is just plain and simple. Mm-hmm. It doesn't matter if it's a woman, job, car, what the fuck ever. If they want some shit, they'll go after it. So you know when dudes is interested. So I'm like, motherfucker, I ain't got no time to play this game. So I didn't answer him, right? So the next day I was like, you know what? I'm going to send a text. I'm going to say, I guess I didn't understand your answer is that you didn't understand. He was like, oh yeah, I was really drunk when I answered you. So he tried to clean it up, right? Uh-huh. Eventually the texting led to, you know how you just know you're getting answers that you're not into it, dude. I think you're only texting me because you know I'm Leslie Jones and you're trying to be nice. Right. And just fucking pull the Band-Aid off the goddamn scar, you fucking fuck. And this is why the world is the way it is. And this is why bitches running around fucking setting people's car on fire and shit and fucking canceling their Tinder fucking profiles and killing motherfuckers on Hinge because of this type of fuck shit. Just be a fucking man, put your dick in your hand and tell me you're not fucking with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, so
Don't give you your number.
No, exactly. So I said, you wouldn't have gave me your number if you wasn't a bit interested. And he was like, yeah, you know, and I was just like, you know, set a bit back. And then he goes, well, you know, I haven't really dated anyone since before COVID. First of all, you're a child. You mean when you was in high school? So, because you're 32, you think you're a fucking child. You still wet behind the nuts, you piece of shit. You still got to put a napkin under your balls, bitch, when you fucking get dried in the morning. So don't try to come at me like you grown. Like, you wasn't doing no real dating before fucking COVID either, because that means you would have been, what, 28? 30, something like that. Shut the fuck up. So I told him, I said, well, let me tell you something. You're really gorgeous. I think you're gorgeous. I think you're too gorgeous not to be fucking with me. You know what I'm saying? And let me tell you something. This little rigmarole we going through, you know, I've been rejected by better, motherfucker. Like, let me tell you something. Colin Jost turned me down. Fuck you. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck you, dude. Like, The Rock's bodyguard said no to me. So listen, there's
The Rock's bodyguard. We hit
the Rock's bodyguard, dude. He was like, well, whatever. You know, I'm aggressive. Anyway,
the Boulder said no.
Anyway, he tries to be grown and he goes, yeah, I think you're right. I think I'm not really that into it. I tried to go along with it, but I was like, I literally sent him a thumbs down. a black one too, so he can know, like a black thumbs down, so he can think that like he's gonna get shot, maybe. Like maybe he think he's gonna get beat up at the bank or something. Like
you do not want the black thumbs down, people out there.
You don't want the black thumbs down, because that's like all the black people are after you now. Like that means I posted your picture on Black Twitter, and motherfuckers is like, that motherfucker rejected Leslie. We're gonna kick his ass at Wells Fargo.
A picture of a napkin for under his balls.
I did. I mean, but you know what was so funny about it is like, I would have been texting you and been like, oh, this is fucked up.
Yep.
It was so like, oh, I know I'm grown now, because this shit didn't devastate me, or this shit didn't like make me feel like fucked up or like it was me or anything. I just was like, yeah, I just went out and got into my 104-degree pool and said, you're a fucking peasant, and I hope that you die on the street.
You're a peasant.
I'm the fucking worst.
My God.
I am the fucking worst. I am the worst.
Yeah, when it's over for Leslie.
It is cold in my darkness, somebody told me. They said, it's so cold in your darkness. I was like, ooh, I like that.
That darkness
I love
is Obscuriguay right there.
You know what? Keep saying that goddamn shit. I swear to God, when I see you in New York, I'm going to stomp the shit out of you over on fucking Second in front of the comic strip. And I'm going to tell every
Don't
comic.
Hurt me.
I'm going to tell every comic that walks in there, I'm going to say, the motherfucker tried to do a Skirasquay joke.
Listen, don't hurt me. I'm going to give you a quick health update, okay? The kidney stone came out. The kidney stone came out.
So wait a minute. Woo! The pebble came out the dick. How'd it feel?
The pebble came out.
How'd it feel?
It went.
Did it kill you?
It's like,
did it kill you?
It's like, ooh.
First?
It's
wait a minute.
Ooh.
Oh, wait a minute. It feels good when it comes out.
Yes.
Oh, wait a minute. It doesn't hurt?
It's relief.
I thought it was hurt.
It feels like. No, it's like
when does it hurt though?
Was that?
When you're throwing up,
it hurts
shit,
when
like
it comes
a bitch.
down. Yeah, when it comes like a bitch.
You was like a
God,
bitch.
Don't bring it up on yourself.
I threw up.
Don't bring. You're gonna get kidney stone people like, right in and tell Leslie how bad that is.
Your wife had a fucking child. And then didn't she have like appendicitis the next day? Motherfucker, go fucking.
Yeah,
and she caught a cab to the fucking hospital. You can suck several dicks.
Listen to me. I asked 4 women from the stage, which is worse, childbirth or kidney stone?
The bitches are drinking.
From the stage. They say kidney stone every time. Every time was worse than childbirth.
Judith ain't never had no baby. I know Jordan ain't never had no damn baby. Jordan, you ain't never had no baby.
Jordan, you ever had a kidney stone?
Thank God, because I'd be like, girl, you got a baby?
No kidney stone. Mm-hmm.
All right.
No, and wait a minute. I asked when the John Favreau's dude come in here, I'm gonna ask him.
Wait, Jeff
I better
Gross
get his name. I
in.
should get his name right.
Is he back there?
I don't know. But what's
Jeff
their
Gross
name?
back there?
Oh, Jeff, you got a baby?
I had a kidney stone.
You got a baby,
Jeff? Kidney stone.
He had a kidney stone.
He had a kidney stone, but did you have a baby though?
Miserable.
No, but I had a kidney stone. It was awful.
But you ain't had a baby though.
No, so I can't compare it.
Shut the fuck up. You don't know what the fuck. You young too.
I know.
You're not supposed to have no real pain.
How old are you? It's genetic.
How old are you?
I'm 30.
He had a kidney stone in his 20s.
Do you know what the fuck I was doing at 30 years old? I was pissing off a mountain straight up, goddammit, standing up. Standing up. That's how
standing up, bitches.
That's how good my stream was. I proved that the clit might be a dick.
Oh my God. I have no comment.
Words.
All right, and the last thing is, people, have you seen our Christmas sweater that's coming out, Leslie? The ugly Christmas sweater. I love it.
It's so ugly, but it's so ugly it's cute.
It's perfect. Yep. Right? So you'll see merch coming out soon, everybody. Stay tuned for that. And stay tuned because right now, we're going to go to break, and then when we come back, Pod Save America. Let's talk politics, Leslie.
Yes.
Let's make fools of ourselves.
Let's politic, bitches.
Let's straighten out this world. We have 3 people. We'll be right back with
I got so many questions for
John, and Tommy right after this.
I don't think they're going to be able to answer them.
Welcome back, everybody. It's time for the segment, Who the Fuck Is This?
Please, because there's 3 white boys. I mean.
Are you going to sing it?
If I was to see them on the street, I wouldn't know the fucking
sing the
difference.
Intro, Leslie?
Man. Who the fuck is this? Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying. I wouldn't.
And this is where we welcome and interview a special guest on the show. Today's guest.
This dude at
It's
Costco.
our foray into politics, Leslie.
Ralph's. No, I've seen you at Ralph's before.
You can see me at Ralph's.
We
see me at Ralph's.
We have the founders of the podcast network,
fucking Ralph's.
Crooked Media. They are the co-hosts of the flagship show called Pod Save America, which is a huge political podcast. All of these guys worked as aides in the Obama administration.
No
and we
shit.
could not have better
I should
political
read the
experts
credits.
to inform us. Yeah, you should.
Oh,
Please
man.
welcome John Favreau, John Lovett,
You
and
mean I'd
Tommy
have been
Vietor.
in Ross
Pod
and
Save
not knew this
America.
motherfucker worked for Obama.
Yeah, this is as close as you get to Obama.
Republican or some shit. Like, oh,
Wow.
Can you vote for Obama?
That hurts.
I like
you just
that.
hurt their feelings.
Well, all white people look like Republicans to black people. Are you fucking serious? We can't tell y'all
Guys,
motherfuckers
thank you
apart.
so much for coming on.
Thanks for having us.
Do I
No,
ask
no
my
kidney
question?
stones. No kidney stones.
Yeah,
kidney stones.
y'all
Yeah.
had kidney stone?
No.
Nope, no babies either.
Have you had
no
kidney
pregnancy,
stone?
no kidney stones.
You're not
Y'all-
drinking enough water. I don't know
See?
the name of the. You
See?
just, that's why you,
You
got
hear
him.
that?
You know that.
Well, I'm gonna.
You're
was the
not
water.
drinking enough water. That's what's your name?
Mine's John.
That's John.
It's easy.
What
Two
this-
Johns.
John,
Two Johns.
Tommy.
Okay, so
Listen.
John F and John
L.
L and
Tommy.
That's the right response.
two Johns and a Tommy.
Yep.
It sounds like a fucking song they play at a prostitute place. Two Johns and a Tommy. You gonna have to fuck them all.
Guys.
Yeah.
Hey there. What's up?
Listen, I just want to thank you guys right off the bat because, when you guys started your podcast, I guess, because of the Trump administration or right around that time, and you guys saved my sanity without question. I was riding high. I got married. It was great. We went on our honeymoon. We had the election. I'm thinking Hillary Clinton's going to get elected the first woman. It's a slam dunk. Life is going well. Our country is in the right direction. And then it all came crashing down like a airplane, And you guys really just saved me. I would go on, I would jog and stuff, and I would put you guys on. I was like, oh, my God, there are smart people out there. My first thing is, you guys are in the administration. You're young. You're exactly what you guys talk about the country needs. Why don't you guys run for office?
Oh God.
Love it.
You look
There
like
it.
it.
Hey, I would
Why
vote
isn't-
for you
come on.
motherfuckers. I would literally
Wait.
vote for you.
Okay. Well,
Leslie,
now,
John Favreau, he can write. He wrote speeches when he was 23 for like John Kerry. Are you shitting me? Why are you not the president?
John
of the United
Kerry,
States?
John Kerry.
Yeah, that
Yes.
was
Like,
that's my
how
first
many-
boss.
how many-
And then I was Obama's speechwriter, and so was Lovett.
Okay,
was,
what
and
the
so is
fuck?
that.
So that,
Yeah,
okay,
you guys.
So how come my first question, I want to ask my first question because it's very important.
Well, let him answer mine.
They're going to answer yours all through the show.
Okay, good.
that question is a all through the show question
That's a
to
good
me.
question, yeah.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because
long
like
term.
I feel like every question is going to go back to them going, again, why are you not running? So
Lenny
Okay.
got a long
do
question.
you understand? So let me ask my question.
Why aren't I
Okay,
running?
go ahead.
I'd be
Yeah.
great. I should run.
Yeah, you should.
I mean,
Great.
like, what the
What are you
fuck?
gonna run
I mean,
for?
you know two speechwriters.
You
I
can
mean,
run for
shit.
mayor. I got to find the right district.
Yeah, you got to
Yeah,
run.
yeah,
Okay, but what district could you go to? Okay, so but let me ask my question
Yeah,
first
yeah, yeah,
because
yeah.
I'm gonna forget. I smoke weed. I will forget it.
Good.
When do I start preparing another home in another country? Like, is it over? Is this motherfucker over? Like, is there a reason for us to even fucking vote anymore? Is there any hope at all for this shit to be saved at all?
Well, that's different. I mean, I would start preparing the home in the other country just in case. I would
Okay.
start that maybe next
of a
year.
shelter.
That
See?
process.
See?
Figure
See?
out do you need
See?
Would
it.
you have, Tommy,
See,
would you
Lenny?
have a good
I would
country
figure out
for her?
visa,
Give her a
passport.
country.
Like what's a good country?
Uruguay.
Is Portugal?
I would
Portugal?
maybe,
People say
I
good
would maybe
things
find
about
like a
Portugal.
Scandinavian country.
No,
maybe
what
one
about
not
Amsterdam?
so close to
What about
Russia.
Amsterdam?
Amsterdam's great. Amsterdam's great.
Didn't I,
would
say I
definitely-
was gonna retire in Amsterdam?
I
I'm
think
gonna
that's
have a
perfect.
tractor in the weed
She
field.
did.
I
Anything
would
with an
say-
EU
She did.
passport.
Oh,
How are you with languages? I can't learn languages.
Yeah, I don't have to learn. I'm
They
Leslie
speak
Jones.
English in
I'm Leslie
Amsterdam
Jones. I'm Leslie Jones. Learn my language. They're gonna try to learn how to talk to me. Learn how to talk to me.
That's great. Then you can really go anywhere. I mean, if
No,
that's your
and
that's a cool attitude.
Dude, I've been to Amsterdam so
That's a
many
language
times.
of confidence.
It is, and they love me out there. The Dutch, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
they fucking love me.
They're great.
They fucking love me.
They are
So
great.
there it is.
Love
Okay,
the Dutch.
let me get on the phone, and that was the end of the podcast.
That's it.
We got time to vote, though.
I mean, I think.
Yeah, but what's
Look, we
is
did it before. Look, we beat Trump once in 2020. Barack Obama won twice. You know, it's
But I'm saying, is there any even reason to be? Because, like, I'm just like, why is Biden and them taking so long to throw punches at motherfuckers? Like, we know that they've done bad shit.
Yeah.
Why aren't we being
know.
as scandalous as them? And don't go to the, oh, well, we don't want to be like them shit. Because it's like, even when you're on the police force and you have vice, they send motherfuckers out to pretend to be a pimp. So why can't we be like that?
Yeah, like the Joe Manchin of the world. Why can't we have a Joe Manchin?
Oh my God!
Do
why
we have
are we
anything
not,
like
yeah,
that? Like
thank you. Why wasn't we smart enough to
like
get
a
two fake
dino?
Republicans? Like that's not how we play this fucking game. Like, why is Biden not going? Hey, listen, y'all want to do some crazy shit? Listen, I'm cutting the funding off for all you motherfuckers that want to do this independent shit, like Ron DeSantis and the Greg Abbott, all of that. And when he did it, you're not getting shit. Now explain to your people why the fuck you keep sending Mexicans every fucking where.
Also, a good point. What, like, why
Should I
did
run?
Trump get to threaten everybody?
And y'all be my fucking
Sure.
goddammit.
I
I
don't
get
think
up
we'll
there
have
and
to
I'll be
write
like,
much.
look, this is what John Favreau and that other motherfucker wrote. But listen, I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't agree with none of this top shit.
So-
but I'm gonna go.
I'll just to go to your question. Let me just rephrase it.
Yeah.
Does voting matter? And I'm going to say yes.
Okay.
I'm going to stick with yes.
Okay.
And like I think you made a lot of really, honestly, frankly, important points.
Okay.
But voting matters. Yes. We have a
Okay.
midterm coming up. There are going to be there are close races everywhere.
Okay.
And yeah, things are very fucked up. And there's a lot of really bad people that are going to still manage to win, and there's going to be really good people that still manage to lose. The media doesn't inform people. People don't know the stakes. It's hard to get things done, even when you have a majority because of the way our system works. But even still, if we can elect people even at the local level near you, they can help you because they're close to you. And everywhere you are, there's an election near you that will have an impact on your life, even if the whole system is, I would say, less than ideal. Yeah.
Yeah, because how are they able to take away women's rights if the majority of the country don't feel that way? That's the thing that I don't understand.
Because the Supreme Court just decided.
So, but then that's within me, and I'm talking from a regular person stand view. It's like, okay, well, then what the fuck is we voted these motherfuckers to protect us, but they're not even listening to us. So, and we can't reelect them. We've made a system where we can't get rid of the Supreme Court.
Right. Well, that's been like that forever. So we just have to wait till they die.
The
or
hard part is
retire.
the Republicans have spent decades organizing around the Supreme Court because they wanted to strip away Roe v. Wade, take away abortion rights, take away voting rights from people, right? They made it a concerted strategy and deliberate effort that they funded to get people to turn out and vote based on the president's ability to name Supreme Court justices. And then Trump gets in there and he was able to just pack the courts full of all these right-wing people. Now, Biden, to his credit, has actually moved faster than Trump did, I think, and faster than Obama did in terms of confirming more liberal judges, people who are public defenders, people from more progressive backgrounds. So he's trying to sort of fix the damage that's been done, but it's going to take a long time.
But here's to Lovett's point about this election, and Joe Biden said this today. So if we elect 2 more Democratic senators and we reelect a Democratic House, then they could pass a law that would codify Roe v. Wade into law and protect the right to choose, protect abortion, and that could happen within this election if you have 52 Democratic senators and a Democratic House.
How do you how do you even beat the Supreme Court? Like, is there not no rules put in place to go, hey, Supreme Court, you motherfuckers is not really being...
Congress can pass laws that supersede their opinions, and that's sort of what Biden wants to do with abortion rights. What Obama was saying, I mean, if we want to throw to that clip, what Obama was saying in the conversation we had with him was Democrats in some ways got a little too comfortable thinking the Supreme Court was protecting us, was protecting abortion rights, and we didn't get out and organize and vote based on passing a law to protect the women's right to choose.
Because I don't want to be fucked up, but it's like fucking Democrats is bringing a cake to a gunfight. You know what I'm saying?
And that won't work.
And
you're gonna get bullets go right through that cake.
Yeah.
And then what can you do with a cake? Nothing.
Exactly.
It's not even a weapon.
You're
it's
not
food.
even fucking like, what the fuck?
It's not even a knife.
Well, it just feels like the Democrats are just fucking hippies and sat around and go, we're just going to work on the good faith of people and not understanding that there's evil motherfuckers who take advantage of that. And now they've gotten to the highest points of like corruption. It's like terrible.
Yeah.
It's scary.
Well, there's a lot of people out there who vote for Republicans. That's a problem.
Yeah, and they're going off of one, like they're just going off of one thing. They're not like Herschel Walker. For real, this is the thing that upsets me about Herschel Walker is like, are you motherfuckers blind? Are you absolutely the blindest? Like I was like, if the Green Mile was a real fucking thing, this like what the fuck?
Come on.
Like that motherfucker, what the actual, he started talking and I swear I was like, I almost thought we went back into slavery. I mean, like this, it's so embarrassing. Yeah. So how are y'all not embarrassed as Republicans? Like
Dr. Oz too.
Yeah.
Dr. Oz is a quack doctor.
I don't. You listen. I've been in denial about that because I still can't believe.
Yeah.
You like Dr. Oz?
Well, when he was, I thought sane. I mean, he really, backed my theory of sleeping in 65 degrees. Like he was like, everyone should go to sleep and their room should be 65 degrees. And I was like, I agree with Dr. Oz on this.
He wasn't wrong about everything.
He was cool.
He's probably got a lot of voters because of that. There's probably a lot of people in Pennsylvania who are like still thinking about that.
It is better to sleep in a cold room.
No, he's right about that.
He's a piece of shit.
He's terrible.
I can't believe. No, I'm talking about
dogs and everything.
Dogs and talking about incest. Talking about fucking this. I'm like, what in the actual fuck? Yeah. The pillow guy. How the fuck are we listening to a fucking and those pillows are terrible.
And he drinks his piss too. Did you hear about that?
Who drinks their piss?
Dr. Oz.
Dr. Oz.
There was a clip of him. He was on Jimmy Kimmel.
And then we wonder why this motherfucker acting like a fucking idiot. He's drinking piss. What the fuck is wrong?
The golden shower was coming from the house.
Listen, I'm not trying to be fucked up, but that's some white people shit. And this is what I'm talking the fuck about.
Can we ask these experts a question?
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead with your next question. I asked the one I needed to ask. Is the world going to end? Are we going to get our rights back?
That's up to people. That's up to people.
Up to everyone. Everyone's got to go vote.
So the midterms really mean some shit then.
Yes.
The midterms coming up.
A lot.
100%.
This one is the one that
we have to
like
keep
if
the
we
US
fuck
Senate.
it up, then
I mean, they're all like that, but like for example, right? There's governor's race in Pennsylvania. Democrat wins, abortion stays legal in Pennsylvania. Republican wins, abortion ban in Pennsylvania.
Jesus,
that's simple in Pennsylvania.
Democrats keep the Senate.
Tell me all the places that have a good chance of it fucking going towards Republican. Does Herschel Walker have a fucking chance?
Yes,
Absolutely.
he does. Yes, he does.
Georgia, there's Georgia, Arizona, Michigan, Pennsylvania, Wisconsin. There's a bunch of places where
Nevada.
But what happened to them motherfuckers? Like, I understand that there's people that don't complain to the manager.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They just don't go back to the establishment. But where are they? Do you get what I'm saying? Like, I'll show my support by not fucking coming here. But those are the people that'll show up to the polls, and like I ain't got to, be on social media telling motherfuckers I hate this and this. I'll just go vote the right way. Mm-hmm. Where are these motherfuckers?
Well, the 2020 election was so close in so many states that all you need is like a couple thousand people in each state to be like, I want to vote Republican this time, or I want to stay home because I don't think it matters that much, and that's it. Then you change the result, and you have a Republican instead of a Democrat.
That makes me sad. That makes me sad because it's like only 1/3 of the country voting right now, right, or something like that, and then you expect fucking better results when no one's fucking.
And the thing is also like. Republicans turn out their voters. They have this massive propaganda machine. They have these massive super PACs. They drop money everywhere. They have great organization. They have billionaire-backed organizations. They've done an incredible job making sure now, midterm, presidential, every election, they get everybody to turn out. They get every vote. And Democrats have traditionally just showed up more in presidential years. There's no doubt that if everybody who cared about these issues showed up, turned up, and voted, Democrats would win. There's absolutely no doubt about that. What we have to do in the next couple of days, make sure you're going to vote and make sure you text everybody in your life. Make sure you talk to people. Make sure everybody turns out because Republicans are going to get their people. What we're trying to do is get people to turn out because, everybody gets that it's fucked up. Mm-hmm. Everybody, look, this country believes that women should have the right to choose. This country believes that gay people should be able to teach in schools. Like, this country believes those things.
Believes in gun control.
Believes in making healthcare more affordable and not taking away Social Security and Medicare. Like, this country believes those things. They just have to turn out and vote.
And that's the thing that I keep telling everybody. I was like, as dumb as y'all think Republicans are, they show up for their people.
Yeah. Yep.
We have to show up for our people, but we still have these like, oh, it doesn't matter, or I'm just not going to vote. So I was like, when you do that, though, you're with them.
Yeah.
You're on their side. You're helping them.
That's right.
Like, why would you not? I don't understand.
You know
who
never says that? Republicans.
Yeah, see, but that's what I don't understand. Like, why don't we get everything else? Like you said, we know that we're supposed to have women's rights. We know we're supposed to have gun control. We know all that shit. How the fuck don't we know to get our ass up and go vote?
Yeah.
To make that happen. Anything else? You want a piece of cake? You know you got to get in your fucking car, or either you got to pick your phone up. Yeah. There's got to be an action to the result.
Like,
Am I correct?
I got a gunfight coming up.
Yeah.
You need a gun.
And I gotta get my
need a
cake.
gun. You got to go get a license. You got, I mean, some places you ain't got it. You can go to Walmart's and get a fucking gun at this point. It's almost like, I'm not going to fucking change anything. I'm just going to let the world burn up.
That's why people sit home. That's why people sit home.
But here's the good thing, right? You're talking about Georgia and how unqualified Herschel Walker is, and no one's arguing with you there. He's famous. He's an athlete. But on the other side of that election, you have Raphael Warnock, who's this inspiring U.S. senator.
Awesome.
Preaches at Ebenezer Baptist
I helped
Church.
him and Ossoff get in.
It's exciting this year because that is a stark choice in that you have someone terrible on one side, but someone really great and inspiring who will do great things for the world. And like when, not just about winning, but when he gets in and actually starts governing, he will make the country a better place. Same in Pennsylvania.
Well, that's my question. Let me get in my question
please.
here finally on voting. What is the mentality of the person who's can see that? You can see that. I can see that. I mean, where are we mentally in that state to say, I see the good and I see that guy? Why would I choose that guy? And also, point B, and this goes around the United States, if like somebody who's like one of these, I don't know if it's an Ohio mentality, like somebody who's going to vote Republican this time and vote Democratic this time when they've seen what's happened when the country is one way and now the other way. What are they thinking?
So
Who are these people?
I did I did some focus groups of voters across the country for like the last several months, and I was down in Atlanta and I talked to a focus group of black voters, 21 to 35. They all voted for Biden, but they were undecided now. And asked
why? What happened? What happened?
So I asked them about Herschel Walker, and they're like, he's fucking crazy. And I'm hearing all kinds of crazy things about him, and I think he like almost held a gun to his wife's head, and I was like, all right, what do you think about Raphael Warnock? And they're like, well, I don't know, I feel like he's just sort of gone along with Biden. And I'm like, well, what's wrong with Biden? They're like, well, crime is up in Atlanta, and I can't afford housing, and I'm pissed off.
But that has nothing to do with Biden.
I know.
That's all the fucked up shit that the Republicans did.
But most voters in the country don't pay close attention to the news and politics. They don't follow it, and so they don't make those connections.
And then we have people going fake news, and people already actually kind of think shit is fake anyway. Because when they came with that fake news thing, I was like, oh man, this is communications 101 happening straight up. You only have to say it 3 times. Because I used to go, how do y'all not look at Trump and see what he's doing? Like he says something, then he backs it up again. So it's just like he's backing his own word up. That's communications 101 to stample something in somebody's fucking head.
Well, but the hopeful thing of this was a lot of these people were like, look, I want to know what Raphael Warnock stands for and what he's going to do. I want to know what Stacey Abrams is going to do. And, I talked to a bunch of organizers on the ground, and they're like, look, when you go door to door, when you make phone calls and you tell some of these voters like what Stacey Abrams is going to do, what Raphael Warnock's going to do, what Democrats can do, what our positions are, like you start changing some minds. Yeah. And it's hard for us to get that because our minds are all made up and we pay attention to this forever.
State,
but most people aren't like that.
Yeah. This is the thing that confuses the hell out of me. Obama to me was exactly the full. If you was to look at a description of what we thought a president is supposed to be, a man who loved his country, he loved his wife, he loved his kids, and he wanted to make America great. God bless America. That was fucking Obama, like hands down. Yeah. Trump is literally the opposite of every fucking thing. Yeah. I mean, but this is what I'm saying. Does that mean that our country is full of people who are full of like pieces of shit? Like, is it a majority piece of shit type thing? Because some of the stuff that they agree, like seriously, come on. If we go back and even just one of the things that Trump did, any other presidents, they would have been out on their fucking ass. Yeah. Like, we thought Nixon was the worst thing that could ever fucking happen to our office. Yeah, I thought George Bush was. I thought George Bush was, but no. Yeah. This motherfucker came and said, let's Trump it all. Like, I mean, like real talk, he really literally just was like, oh, that's what pisses me off about Democrats.
So,
they're
again,
still in that, you can't do that. And Trump is like, yeah, I can. What you going to do? And he's literally proven that nothing's going to happen.
Well, so let me piggyback on that. So it's like, is she right that half the country doesn't even understand the greater good? I mean, they don't even understand just to stay in power. Sorry, John.
I think you have to kind of separate out. I think. Look, Trump getting within 100 miles of the White House is a failure. It's a failure of people who voted for him. It's a
Right.
failure of our political system,
Right.
of our economy, of our media, of our culture. Huge, massive failure. But you have to like look at who voted for Trump. First of all, he never won a majority. 2 times the country came out and said no, thank you, by votes. But you look, there are these 2 groups of people. I think it is I think we have all learned something. Even a lot of Republicans learned something. Oh, it turns out that the base of this party wasn't really excited as much about tax cuts for the rich and deregulation. They were excited for these culture war issues. They wanted someone who antagonized immigrants, antagonized black people, antagonized liberals, antagonized gay people, antagonized trans people. They wanted somebody who would pick fights with the people they don't like. And that's a big group of people. And I think, and like I think
the perfect description.
Even a lot of Republicans had to kind of like, there are these like kind of serious seeming Republicans that all went to Harvard, and then all of a sudden they're not pretending to be Trump people. Why? Because they're opportunists, they're cynical, they're narcissists. They want to be successful. They see this as a route to being successful, so they're taking on this Trump persona. But I think there also are millions of people who, like we were just talking about, weren't paying attention that closely. The story of Trump as a business person carried through. If you watch a bunch of Trump rallies over and over and over again, like we did, you see this is a fucking monster. This is a despicable human being who treats people terribly. If you follow it at all closely, you get all of that. But if you just watched snippets on the local news, if you just heard little bits of things on Facebook, you might not know that. You might not totally like him, but you're not deluged with how despicable he is every single day. And if you are frustrated and dissatisfied, you think the whole system's broken, you think nobody cares anymore, you see your community getting worse, you think your country's getting worse, and you say burn it all down, you can get people voting for someone like that. And so like these are 2 different groups of people. I think they're both making a terrible mistake and not valuing what they should be valuing, but I don't think you can say it's a majority. We have to worry about this sort of group of Republicans that are willing to support something so awful. But then there's this larger pool of people that we have to say, like, what has made them so dissatisfied and so cynical that they can go along with someone this terrible?
Let me tell you, when Trump first came out and he was like, make America great again, I'm gonna be honest, I wasn't a political, I was at SNL. That was when I first got there, and I wasn't really paying attention like you said. So when it first came out, I was like, great. I was like, this motherfucker's gonna bring back the fucking factories to Detroit. This is what I'm thinking. He's gonna make America great again. Oh, we're gonna have farmers again. Trump knows this motherfucker business. I literally felt like that until somebody at Saturday Night Live was like, I will slap the shit out of you. That motherfucker is, and they break down. I was like, oh shit. That's like, what the fuck? But when I'm talking to my aunt and them who's from the South, the first thing one of my aunts said was like, well, he's right about the Mexicans. And I was like, what Mexican took your job? What Mexican person took your job? Like, do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's if you saying that type of stuff. So you're right. If you're not paying attention to it, you would think, because I thought, well, shit. He did The Apprentice. this motherfucker's a millionaire.
Yeah.
Like,
he had like a really
maybe like, you know what I thought? And this is the dumbest shit, but I'm thinking there might have been some people like me. You remember the movie Dave?
Yeah.
You remember when he came in? Then he got his friend to come in with the fucking and
Charles Grodin.
And that's what I'm thinking with Trump. I'm like, Trump's going to bring his people in. They're going to grab them and they're going to go, hey, this is where we should put the money.
Didn't happen. Didn't happen.
You know what? Honestly, people are not giving Dave enough credit for fucking up this whole goddamn country. That's not how it works. There's no Charles Grodin coming in to fix the books. And do you remember what they did in that movie? They're like, we're going to stop paying people to buy cars they already bought to help the homeless. It's not always that easy.
I was like,
Charles Grodin made it look
this
easy.
Is great. This is fucking great. Trump's going to bring it in and go, hey, why the fuck are you spending money over there when the farmers need it over here? This is what I literally thought he meant by making America great again. But this motherfucker was trying to make America white again. Yeah. And it's scary. Yeah. It's fucking a scary thing. You know what? I'm 55 years old, and I'm sitting here watching us literally erase the fabric of what we fought for. And it's like a cycle of young shit just because it's just some shit that's gonna, does that make sense? Like, people don't understand that they are so surface right now. We just don't get it that we're destroying a fabric. Like, Herschel Walker is an embarrassment to black people. Do you understand that they've put up this person and it's like, yo, son, do you know, like, we have fought, black people have been beaten down so much. This is the thing what everybody needs to understand. We have been beaten to the point of submission. We don't have a leader no more. Like, we don't have, like, Reverend Warnock is a hope for us because we don't have a Malcolm X no more. We don't have them. They all get killed.
Yeah.
They all get fucking killed. And it's like, so when we think about fighting, we go, well, we're fighting against a system that's already been fucking built for years and years and years to beat us. So then you see this. That's why you'll get no black voters, because you go, it don't matter to us. The gas is still going to be $6.
It's totally reasonable, given that history, to be cynical about government's ability to solve problems. The problem that Democrats have is we have to prove that wrong. Republicans do everything they can to ensure that the system doesn't actually deliver for people. They want government shrunken down and incompetent and screwing up people's lives.
How don't they see that? How don't the people that are supporting them, who are poor because of the Greg Abbotts and the Ron DeSantos, they are poor.
Right.
And they still... the Marjorie Greene, how the fuck Marjorie Greene even get in? How did bitch get in the DMV? That bitch shouldn't even be able to get a job at the DMV. What the fuck are we doing?
They just sell resentment. They tell a mostly white audience that they will preserve their status as a little bit higher than people of color in this country or gay people.
It don't make no
others,
sense that you even still want that.
Yeah, no, I know.
Does that make sense? There's no advantage to it anymore. There's no advantage to you doing that. Yeah. So that's the thing that Lenny's asking. Who are these motherfuckers that is still supporting this goddamn platform?
It's people who the system has completely failed, and throughout history in this country and other countries, when there are demagogues that tell you that all your problems are because of people who don't look like you or don't come from where you come from,
so crazy.
It becomes very effective, and you feel like your life is kind of shitty and things haven't gone well for you and the system is rigged and government's corrupt. And so then someone comes along and says, oh yeah, it's the immigrants' fault, or it's black people's fault, or it's gay people's fault.
That's how Hitler came to power.
Yeah.
I mean, that's exactly right out of the playbook.
Right. And the way that you beat that is not to just stay home and say, fuck it, I'm not going to participate at all. So it's to not just go out to vote, but to organize and to like persuade other people that like we're going to build a coalition together across race, across class, and we're going to go vote. We're going to go take what we want.
It's like not even teaching history no more. It's just like, if we could just live a little bit in our truth, we would be such a better country. Yeah. But it just seems like that majority doesn't want us to be a better country. Like we're a laughing stock of fucking countries now. And it's just sad. Do we not understand that we're all heading towards disaster?
That's why this election is so important, because Trump is not on the ballot this year. We don't know that he's running again. He's probably going to. But what he's got, I think he's got a bunch of candidates.
You can run from jail.
On the ballot in 2022.
Really? Yeah.
No.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah, you could.
You can't run from jail,
You can't run from jail.
Why not?
Are you fucking serious?
Jail catches.
Tommy was making a serious point.
Wait a minute. You go to jail, you lose your rights to vote, but you could go to jail and run?
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
The Constitution's
that
weird.
Makes no fucking sense.
That
makes no fucking sense.
That's honestly least of our problems. I don't think we'll be able to get him in jail. It's a fantasy.
Yeah, oh no, I don't think he's going to go to jail either, but I think he's going to be disgraced to the point of maybe wanting to go to jail.
Pray to God.
I mean...
But here's the thing. He's on the ballot this year, but Trumpism is. His style of politics is. His candidates he's endorsed, idiots like Dr. Oz. So we can send a message that the style of politics that has gotten worse since Trump came on the scene is slowly but surely getting rejected. But we got to turn out. And if we don't, he will be seen as emboldened.
That's right.
Well, with Trump, since we're there, how many crimes does he have to commit before somebody steps up? He's got.
They raided his house, man. Like they stepped up. These prosecutions are slow as hell. It takes time. When you're rich and famous, it takes time. It sucks, but listen. I would rather
you can't
have everyone have a slow, fair trial.
Yeah, but how long before he runs out the clock? If he wins again, it all goes away, right?
True.
Right. That's right.
So
they
know
that.
I mean, how
scary? Like what the
do
fuck?
they?
Yeah.
Do they?
I think I think the people at the Justice Department are very aware of the calendar, but they also they can't bring an indictment. They have to they have to make sure it's right.
They have to do it the right way.
Can you just update me?
Just because them assholes was able to come and do some bullshit, that don't mean that we can.
What do you got, Lenny?
Is it true? No, some notes. I only worked for a week on this, and this has gone off the rails.
Yeah, because I told you were doing an interview with me. Why do you do notes?
I think Lenny, I want you to know I took
Why
notes.
I
just want you all to know I think this is going great.
Me too. I do too. I'm having a blast. Yeah.
I think we're all having a great time.
So fun.
Are you going to air any of this?
I think no one
When are we starting?
They're gonna be like, we looked at you guys for answers, and no, there was no answers.
There's no easy answers.
Is it true?
What's true?
That if Trump were president again, or the way this is going, like the long game of the Supreme Court has taken place for them, right? Is the long game, what I heard, a long game is to redo the Constitution. Is that true?
That seems like a big
So I guess
piece of business.
I think it's a sort of like, we have really, really, really big, scary problems like right in front of us. And I can't go 3 really, really scary problems down the road just
but
yet.
they did, John. They did.
Yeah,
they
so-
did. They played this Federalist game for
and
years
they got
and years
two
and years.
fake fucking
The only,
Democrats.
look,
How the fuck-
there are
that's
two
a long
ways.
game are you
There are
playing?
two ways. There are 2 ways to change the Constitution. One is through
Yeah.
Congress, and one is through the states. Both of those can be prevented by winning elections and by turning out. If they are in a position where they control 2/3 of Congress or they control 3/4 of the states, we have fallen so far and lost so hard and seen so many rights and so many parts of the social safety net obliterated already that by the time we're at the Lenny Constitutional Convention of 2029 or 2033, we are so already have been fucked so hard.
We've been in Amsterdam. We've been in Amsterdam for years at that point.
Well, okay, so you guys, okay.
You know how we're starting this pod? Guten Tag.
Can I say this?
You can say whatever you want. It's your show.
I'm saying, you guys, like, I know that's funny, but like that shit could happen. Like the shit could happen.
Like
we're
people
sitting
gonna
here,
show up
we
to vote.
should really be preparing for that shit to happen.
Here's what we
Preparing by
should-
getting people to vote.
Here's the thing. Like, I think the reason I think people have been going to scenarios like that, which I'm not saying are illegitimate, is that like if there's one lesson we can take away from the last 6 years is there's no rule that says things can't get really bad really fast. Trump showed us that. The pandemic showed us that. We're not living in a movie. It's not a TV show. Things can get bad all of a sudden. Things can get better. And the only way we protect ourselves is by doing everything we can. We can't assume someone else is going to come and save us. There's no one else. So all we can do in this election is do everything we can to turn people out. Will it solve every problem? No. But it will stop a lot of really bad shit from happening and give us the chance maybe to make things better. That's all we can do.
Okay, and this is the phrase that we hear.
Okay.
This is the phrase that we hear before the aliens come. But do you understand? Like the way that he said, I mean, don't you see? I see this, and you said it's not a movie, but I swear to God it is. Because it's just exactly how an 80s disaster movie.
It's like this.
Fucking like, oh, we need to do better for humanity, and if we stick together, and then all of a sudden, you know what I'm saying? Like,
it's like this. It's like this. I'm like, it's an 80s comedy. It's an 80s comedy. I'm like, aliens are never going to come. Oh my God. He's right behind me, isn't he?
I swear,
You're the
that's
first
what
guy's
I
head
mean.
he
Because
rips
I
off.
want to believe. Listen, I want to believe that we're gonna fucking fight, that good beats evil, all that stuff. I want to believe all of that. But we're sitting here waiting for midterms, like.
Yeah, it's
we really
scary.
hope that everybody. It's scary, dude.
Yeah.
It's scary.
It's
as hell.
scary. Scary might not work, but we might as well try.
I mean,
what
the
else
thing-
can we do?
The thing is, like, look, I think part of what makes it so scary is that the Republican Party has become more and more and more extreme. That is
Yeah.
really,
Yeah.
it stinks
Yeah.
that it feels like every election now, the stakes are so high
Yeah.
because the Republicans are so evil. The only
And
way,
they're getting dangerous.
and dangerous, and I think the only way over time to stop that is to defeat them, right? If Donald Trump had lost in 2016, right? As you know, if James Comey hadn't been too tall and too stupid to stop himself from giving a press conference and Hillary Clinton managed to win, all of a sudden Republicans are having this big internal debate about how Trump lost them the White House and Trumpism won't work and we need to figure out a better way. We need to change how we're doing things. Like if we want to stop feeling this way over time, the way we do it is by building a coalition big enough to show Republicans that Trumpism, this kind of politics doesn't work. Like
We
communists say.
But wait a minute, who
we
did
just
you say made a
beat him in
speech?
2020. We just
Yeah.
beat him 2 years ago.
Gotta
Well, wait
beat
a
'em.
minute. What did
Yeah.
you say? Who made the speech? The
James
dumb-
Comey. This
James
goes back
Comey.
to
Oh,
James
yeah,
Comey.
director.
He made a speech and kind of sunk Hillary Clinton, which brings
Wait a minute,
great
what-
point,
okay,
Leslie.
do I know the
Why
speech?
did he
What
do
happened?
it?
So what'd he say?
Why?
What'd he say in this speech?
He announced
She had some email
information
issues.
about the investigation to Hillary Clinton's
Son of a
emails.
bitch. Okay, so listen. Now they could do that to Hillary, and they're doing that to Trump, but they don't believe it about Trump, but they'll believe it about Hillary. Do you get what the fuck I'm
There's-
saying?
No,
There's like
Fool me once.
There's 5 to 10% of the country that like could go any direction at any time, and it's just like what's in the news. It's our gas prices higher, are they low? Yeah. That kind of piece of this that feels out of our control makes me insane.
But as far as the media, like seriously, if you look at commercials and stuff now, you'll see these people want these cultural change, but you'll look at the media and you'll see like commercials now have a lot of mixed couples now, or we have mixed like, oh, if we can't beat them, we're gonna join them. But on this side, we're doing this part to get. Do you get what I'm saying? It's just like. It's like we want you to change, but we want you to change at the pace that we want you to change at, and we want you to change to what we want you to change to. Mm-hmm. Instead of understanding that the world is going to fucking change, like there's gonna be different people. You know, I can't explain it. It's just a control thing.
I'll piggyback off anything you say, Leslie. And this point is, what do you do about Fox News? What is the long-term plan about, infecting these people, especially older people who that's all they watch. That's all they do. And from what I hear from my friends in Texas, Fox News is patty cake compared to some of the media that they listen to down in the South. So, I mean, what is the long-term effect? Obviously, we see the effect on it. It's not going away anytime soon. So how do you combat that?
You build progressive media. That's what we're trying to do. That's why we do with Crooked Media, and we're doing with Pod Save America. But we want more competition. We want more progressive media.
I don't want more competition.
Listen, it's an enormous problem. It's one that's been a problem for Democrats for decades now. We were all working for President Obama when suddenly like email forwards of crazy conspiracy theories about his background turned into Twitter comments, turned into crazy Facebook posts, right? And it was this like massive disaster. So what we're trying to do at Crooked Media is build a progressive media organization. It's not just one podcast. We have dozens of podcasts now. We're trying to do more streaming video. We're trying to produce documentaries, do TV, to create a whole new set of shows you can watch and learn from a progressive perspective.
Guys, this brings us back to the original question. Why don't you guys run? You obviously
don't
want to.
There it is. There it is right there. Because now, after talking to you now, this is the type of shit we need. And you motherfuckers can win because you have the look. I'm sorry.
But no, you're well-spoken, you got great sense of humor, and you're exactly what the country likes.
What the fuck?
I already said I would do it. We already talked about it. Did you not listen?
All your
Lenny,
commercials.
you're complaining about not getting questions in. Listen when I answer. I said I would fucking do it.
You said you would do it in the
Cut him a check,
at the national level.
No,
you guys said you've
got to find the right district.
Levitt's gonna run for city council. There's a spot open in LA.
There's a couple spots open in LA.
I would do all your commercials. Because we need like people like you, Katie Porter. Like Katie Porter.
I love Katie Porter.
She's great.
Love her.
We're going to see her on Sunday.
Oh my gosh. If that's who we need in president,
Yeah,
oh my
tell her
God.
you'd like her in
Pull
here.
out the blackboard and
Katie
say,
Porter
this
for
is why
president.
the fuck we
I
not
love
giving y'all
Katie
money.
Porter.
Oh, I love her. Like, so that's what
Love
I'm saying.
it. This
So
is for
why
you.
don't people like, is it too exhausting?
It's exhausting. It's like your life gets picked apart. You see how politicians are treated.
Oh,
It's
shit.
brutal. Everything is.
They got to know everything.
Yeah.
Which is fucked up because after Trump, no one should be judged at all. This motherfucker
That
got
is true.
4 babies, mama. And I think they killed that girl. I think they killed that ex-wife.
Who?
The one that fell down
Oh,
the
yeah.
stairs?
Yeah.
I think they killed that bitch.
And then buried her on the golf course.
They killed that bitch, man.
They buried her on the golf
course. Buried her on the golf. Do you know the type of shitbag, scumbag motherfucker you have to be to marry to fucking bury your ex on the fucking golf course?
Yeah, right off a par 4. She's right off a par 4.
Can you see motherfuckers
Not even a
talking
par
about
5.
Not even a par
Can you
5.
see a 4 clue right off the top of the fucking like that is
got all the
the
little
fucking
Tombstone's got a little dings in it from all the
it's
golf
so
balls hitting
awful.
it.
What the fuck?
Her
And
ex-husband's house.
But that's what I'm saying. How do we not look at shit like that and go, yeah, this guy's a fucking scumbag? What's upsetting to me is we looking at this, and then 10 years from now, expose, what really happened? And then all this shit.
Yeah,
We'll know.
just forget.
It's
We forget
annoying.
about everything.
It's fucking annoying.
Yeah.
The sound
All
of
right,
that.
speed round, true or false. Let's do it real quick. Robert Mueller is a pussy who should have gone further.
True.
Should have
True.
subpoenaed Trump
True.
for sure.
Yeah.
So
Should've
wait a
gotten
minute,
him on
if
record.
Robert Mueller's the dude that could have put it into all this, he
The
put
Russia
out a
trope,
book and
the
shit.
Russia
Fuck
trope, yeah.
that dude. Fuck him.
Number 2, Trump will go to jail. I think you've answered that.
False. Yeah.
Probably not.
Sadly.
Yeah, because we don't want to be the country that sent our president to jail, right?
I do want to be that country.
And he's
I want to
I'd
be
be
that
fine with
country
that.
so bad.
And if we sent a couple other ones back to jail for this, we wouldn't have had so much trouble. If these presidents were a little bit more nervous, they should all be afraid of jail.
Exactly. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because everybody else is.
Exactly.
Everybody else is. Absolutely. See, why the fuck you ain't running?
I'm wondering why
That's the
some of them
first
are
thing I'm
free.
saying.
Most of them should be in jail,
No,
frankly.
matter of fact, if I became president, I'm going to arrest at least 10 post-presidents.
Honestly,
They're coming for you, Jimmy Carter.
yeah, Jimmy Carter's the one. Jimmy Carter's a good man, and no one should go after Jimmy
Wait a minute,
Carter.
is Nixon
Building
still
houses.
alive? Nixon's still alive?
No, Nixon is dead.
Okay,
Really
okay.
dead.
Well, I would arrest
Super
him
dead.
Carter's
for
the
real.
oldest one.
Like,
He's
and
the
then, yo, seriously, Ronald Reagan, I got so much
He's
love.
dead.
And in our fucking neighborhood, it was known as Reaganomics. We couldn't stand
Terrible.
Ronald
He's
Reagan.
awful.
Yeah, no.
Awful.
Okay, thank God.
Awful.
Jesus.
You're right.
I
Okay.
thought I was-
Anyway.
3. MAGA will die off by 2030.
Nope.
No.
It's going to become something else.
Yeah.
I think they're going to name it something else.
Rebrand.
Yeah, we got long MAGA.
Trunk.
All right. You'll see a brand new bullet train east to west coast in your lifetime.
No.
Bullet
Lifetime.
Train. You mean the
Lifetime.
movie with,
East to
Lifetime.
with Brad Pitt?
We don't east to west coast. We don't need to go.
that not what
We
you're
just.
talking-
If
wait
I
a
can,
minute.
I'll
I'll
give it
say
to you.
yes to San Francisco to San Diego.
You're not talking about the movie. Wait, hold on.
No, I'm
There's
talking
a
about
bullet
like
train?
infrastructure. Leslie, I'm talking
See,
about
this is
rebuilding.
why
Like
black
we were
people don't
we
like
were on
white people.
Amtrak.
Y'all have fucking shit that y'all say that we don't. Bullet train. There's a bullet train term. What the fuck does that mean?
Well, the movie's named after a train.
High speed train, high speed rail.
High speed rail.
Yeah, that's what they call it in the
A
government.
high speed rail. They have it in other countries, everywhere else. Very
They'll
brand
have-
new.
They have it in
no other
Europe when
country
you're
have
in
it. This
Amsterdam.
is all white folks. This is white folks shit. I've never heard it. No, bullet train.
Again.
Brad Pitt. That's the movie I'm talking
Japan
about.
has them.
Though
China has
there will be a
Listen.
gay Jewish or woman
saying.
president.
Gay, Jewish, or woman president ever?
Ooh.
Gay,
Yes.
Jewish, and woman
In your
president.
No,
lifetime.
will there be
No.
a gay,
Oh.
Jewish,
Gay, Jewish, or
a
woman.
woman?
Yeah, any of the
or
three.
I think so. Yeah,
transgender.
Yeah.
But like
Okay.
when we're all
Maybe.
dead, huh?
I think we'll be dead.
Gotta-
You and I
Depends
will
on
be
how
dead.
long.
Those
Depends
two.
on how
We
long
will be dead.
we're kicking.
Climate
Hard one.
change will force Florida, Texas,
No.
and assorted Midwest states blue.
I
No.
wish, but I don't know if
think-
that's.
I don't know.
I think they could still definitely be go blue, but I don't know. If
I mean, they can
climate
go
change will do
Florida
it.
go
he's-
blue in the
he's
sense that it'll be
saying-
covered in
he's saying
fucking
below in
water.
the water. I think he's saying they're going below the water. That's what he's saying.
Did you mean go blue like water wise?
No.
You meant political.
I
No,
thought
no.
he
You meant a kind of
yes.
abstract concept of
Yes.
blue.
Did you mean
So
running
then
train
you
earlier?
think you think they will never
What are we
change
talking
the
about,
blue?
Lenny?
Water or voting?
No, voting.
Yeah, I think they'll. I think
they
they can
could,
change
yeah,
for
Texas,
sure.
yeah.
I just don't know if the
Texas?
climate change will automatically do it, but I feel like Texas is close.
Texas.
I think
Yeah.
so.
Close-ish.
Florida is the
Number
one
8.
that's the furthest off, huh? Isn't it?
Florida's
Florida's
drifting the
drifting
wrong
away.
direction.
Wrong
yeah.
direction, but
Yeah.
They're both
Why are the
close.
Latino vote in Florida trending in the wrong direction?
Yeah,
Why
because
are
they think
why?
that Trump. They think that the Republicans. They think the Democrats want to do what they think. What the Republicans actually is doing to them, that's what they think the Democrats is going to do, right? They think
What is exactly that?
There's
they're
some
trying to
pieces-
control their shit.
There's a piece of it that like there's some Cuban communities that like want harder line policies against Cuba. There's some Venezuelan communities that feel the same way about Venezuela. And then there's just sort of cultural things where I think a lot of younger men kind of liked what they saw in Trump. You know, he was a businessman, he was successful.
They don't
There was
know
like
no better. It's the same Kanye shit. Oh, he got buildings. He got his name on building. Ignorant shit. Ignorant shit. And this is the question I have. This is United States of America. We're supposed to be the land where everybody come and fucking the opportunity and shit. At this point, how many times? I know we're supposed to, make our point to fight for other people and all of that. But like, don't we need to explain that we have to be that diplomatic country because we got so many people coming to this country?
Ultra strict gun laws will be enacted and save a ton of lives in our lifetime.
God, I hope
this
so,
is true, but I don't know.
I really want this
Yes,
one to be.
let's say
I
true.
think we're
I'm
going
gonna
to
say
be
true.
forced into it.
At
I
some
think we're
point,
gonna
it's going to
forced.
be, untenable.
Sure.
They'll do it.
Because are we going to be able to even save this, like the green shit? Like, I mean, we're fucked as far as, like, I think the earth is going to kick us off before we fucking destroy
Very
each
possible.
other.
Very possible.
The post office will no longer exist in 20 years.
Oh, no, please don't
False.
say that. False. I say false. Do you know that UPS, Federal Express, all the shipping companies have to use the post office at some point because they can't reach some places?
Interesting.
They have to use the
I didn't
post
know
office.
that.
People didn't know that. Yes. The post office will never close, motherfuckers. They had donkeys going up to fucking mountains taking packages and shit. Fucking Federal Express ain't gonna do that shit.
Yeah, no, good.
Well, but like to your
Like-
point on climate change a minute ago, though, like, will we drown? Joe Biden passed the Democratic Congress just passed the biggest bill ever passed in the history of the world to combat climate change. It won't fix things completely, but it'll make things a hell of a lot better. That's why we need to turn out. And
Do
use
you think
midterms.
Elizabeth Warren would have been a good
Yeah.
president?
Great
Do you
president.
think that she would have?
Great president?
There will be another pandemic within 10 years.
Ooh.
Shit.
Who knows?
I can't time limit this thing, but at some point there will be another
Yeah.
global pandemic. But again, like if Congress does the right thing and passes money for research and things, we can We can solve these problems.
Yeah, but why is all these things getting out like polio, Ebola, and all the shit that we fucking dysentery? That shit's pissing me off. Yeah. So that should be a law. Get fucking vaccinated or you can't work. You can't get shit. We're not going to even give you fucking gas, motherfucker.
I like that a lot.
Like, real talk, I'm sick of this shit. Don't even come to the fucking bank. Don't come here. Don't come to the grocery store. None of that. You get nothing.
Is there a possibility that January 6th will happen again?
Yes.
Of course.
What? Are you fucking joking?
Do you think that they've gotten more cool since then?
Wait a minute. No,
they're super chill now.
No. Seriously?
No, they've not learned their lesson.
No, seriously.
Yes.
Motherfuckers are going to jail for real?
Yes.
Yeah.
Trump is telling them all, elect me, I'll pardon you all, and we can do it again.
Yep.
You know what? I guess if they think that the aliens, you remember in the October 10th now that the alien, we supposed to turn the aliens from the vaccinations. You know, they keep giving us a new date that everybody that got vaccinated is going to turn into zombies.
That's good to know.
We're not there yet, though.
Do you guys give dinner at this show?
We're almost done. We're almost
You
done.
want dinner? Dinner shit.
Quite a speed round.
As long as we talk about the speeches you're going to write for me when I run
It's
for
like a Joe
president.
Biden speed round.
They're quick.
I'm having a great time. I'm loving it.
The global pandemic.
I'm loving it.
What's 10?
Come on,
What's
Lenny,
11?
out with it. Jesus Christ, you haven't shut up the whole goddamn hour.
God,
Jesus. He's such a nerd.
Putin is removed within 5 years. Does he fall out of a building, get
Putin's
poisoned,
out
or
of
his
there in
yacht
3
mysteriously disappears?
Putin is about to be up out of there right now. They tired of him. They tired of his shit.
Within 5 years,
He
what do you
keep
think,
killing
Tommy?
everybody. He
Tommy?
killing everybody.
I mean, I don't know. This is a hard one to call, but yeah, I mean, he is leading to the deaths of tens of thousands of his own people, and everyone's miserable, and the economy is getting bad, and
I thought
gotta
the
be some
Kremlin
people.
was saying like we want you up out of here, this motherfucker, man. But you can't
hope
get.
so.
Can you not get rid of it? Does he have that hookup?
oh, he's
like I'm
president
saying,
for life.
how come? I mean, it's like some king shit. Like
He's a
everybody could
dictator.
turn against him and be like, "Nah, motherfucker."
It would have to
Get
come
your
from
ass in
within.
there.
It would have to be
You
a
know what I'm
mass
saying?
uprising.
I got 3 left.
But I'm only
Fire
gonna
him.
want iced tea. Not
We
no-
elect a president
no
that
Cheney.
both sides kind of like,
Nope.
and we live in bliss
Nope.
for 8 years.
I don't
No.
think it's set up
Tom
for that.
Hanks. Tom Hanks. Hurry. Save us, Tom Hanks.
You think
Not
Tom
gonna
Hanks
happen.
could be a good president?
Oprah?
Tom is
I bet
actually a
Oprah.
great. No,
She did give us Dr. Oz, but
she would make us read.
Dr.
You know?
Oz. She's made a couple mistakes.
I don't want to read. And yeah, she
Phil.
picked Dr. Phil and
Dr. Oz. She's
Oz.
not great.
Them are
Don't-
not good doctors.
Not
Not good
good.
at doctors.
You know, you text your friend and you say, "Who's your doctor?" Don't text Oprah because she's got bad recs.
good book recs.
Good book. She had bad
Dr.
doctor recs. Oh, I went to Oprah's chiropractor. My back is fucked.
Yo, do you guys think Seth Meyers will be a good president?
Yes.
See, I told
You're just trying to
Seth
get booked on their show.
No, I keep telling him to run. He should run.
We like it.
How about Leslie winning an Emmy within the next 10 years?
Of course.
Sure, yeah.
No,
Come on.
because I'm
There you
already
go.
planning
If
people's
she doesn't
death.
run
Y'all
for
know
president.
I'm gonna go to jail before that.
And the last one.
Lenny, I don't
Leslie,
know.
does Pod Save America?
No,
like,
does Pod
you guys
Save
started
America?
this thing.
Do y'all
does
save
Pod
America?
Save America?
We kind of thought it was an ironic, funny name when we picked it.
But
Yeah.
Less,
And now
less
we
so
need it to
now.
happen.
Less so now.
I think you guys might be trying to say.
Listen, you guys, somebody run for office. At least you're
All right.
cultivating
No,
great
God,
people.
I
We've listened to
really
your
want him
show.
to.
It's
Me too.
incredible.
I
That'd be
want him
fun.
to because I feel like you
He'll
would
do it.
be like
here's the thing.
like you would be in front of people and they would be asking you questions and you would say the funniest shit. Like you would say something so white and smart, and then everybody would be like, "Oh!"
I like that.
And then the headline would read, "President skates again." He's shit.
He's white. He's smart.
He's white. He's smart. He's funny. That motherfucker.
Yeah, okay.
Like you'll have people going, "That goddamn president, man. That motherfucker answered that shit real cool." That's cool. I swear, you should run. I would so vote
guys-
for you.
Third time I'm saying yes.
I would vote for you.
Guys, if you want to leave us with one message, what would it be for today? I know go vote, but is there anything you can leave us on a
Maybe
positive note?
Get Leslie
Go
some therapy.
listen. Here's
Leslie
the
some
thing.
hope.
Go to votesaveamerica.com and sign up. Politics feels scary. Politics feels bad. It actually don't just do it because it's the right thing to do. It actually feels really good to do something.
Yeah.
So right now you can sign up and you can knock on doors. You can help in this closing stretch. And complaining, reading, worrying all the time is not as satisfying. It's just do one thing, even if you've never done anything before to get involved. You'll feel really good about it.
Talk to some voters. Talk to some voters.
And vote yourself, please.
yes.
Please.
no matter where you are.
And at Vote Save America, you can find out how to help, but also where to vote.
What's on your ballot?
What's on your ballot. A lot of information.
What do you say? Go vote America?
Vote Save America.
SaveAmerica.com.
Vote to Save America?
VoteSaveAmerica.com.
Vote Save America.
That's it.
Vote. Let me say it right. Vote Save America.
.com.
Exactly.
.com.
.com.
So wait a minute,
Favreau.
ain't no okay. Vote Save America. Vote Save.
Tommy Vito.
That's pretty long.
John Lovett.
Yep.
Thank you so much for
Thanks
coming.
for having
us.
I appreciate it. That was a lot of fun.
That was great.
Thanks for having us, guys.
We'll be right
Thank
back.
you.
with
have
the
to get rid
Fckry of
of
the
my
week.
plan.
Well, that was a fun segment. Welcome back. It's time for the Fckry of the week, which I think now is maybe me not getting a word in edgewise for an hour and a half. But
I'm sorry.
it was fun. You were hilarious as always. That's why I love doing this with you.
They had to calm me down. They were cute, though.
Let's do my Fckry of the week. It's election season, as we know, Leslie, so let the anti-Semitism flow. Not to be outdone by Kanye West, Donald Trump decided to chime in with a chorus of ignorance of his own about the Jews this week.
Oh, no.
Apparently, American Jews aren't giving Herr Donald enough campaign contribution love, so he decided to tweet this gem.
What did he tweet?
He said, Jewish Americans need to get their act together, in quotes, and appreciate what they have in Israel before it's too late. I'm sorry, what? Another cryptic, idle threat from Mr. Orange Tough Guy. Before it's too late. Like you're going to let people attack Israel, or you're going to be such a fascist you're suggesting you would bring back concentration camps, you dangerous mafioso ball of shit. I have no doubt that Jared Kushner and your grandchildren would be the first in line to die, you ignorant blowhard. By the way, this may shock nobody. It's not his first foray into saying dumb shit about the Jews. A year before his failed re-election bid in 2020, Trump said, I think any Jewish people who would vote for a Democrat, I think shows either a total lack of knowledge or great disloyalty. Oh no. Well, I am well versed on stupid narcissistic grifters like you. Maybe that could be it. You know, and in another classic speech, he got 2 for 1 in political incorrectness with this nonsense, as he included Elizabeth Warren when speaking to the Israeli-American Council. You're not nice people at all, but you have to vote for me. You have no choice. You're not going to vote for Pocahontas, I can tell you that. You're not going to vote for that wealth tax, because again, the Jews care only about money. I get it, Donald, as opposed to you, the My Pillow guy of MAGA merch, but let us not forget these scams. The getting the money for the campaign and pocketing it, only online emails that siphon money out of people's accounts if it didn't check a box, and one-time donation, which turned out to be every month if you didn't read the fine print. You can Google this. The fictional legal defense fund that he has for $215 million, or donations for this next presidential run that may not even happen. You giving back that money if you don't run? Or the fund to challenge election results. Yeah, that was a real thing. Millions poured in. Or Trump University, or overcharging for your hotels to everyone and everything that used them. Whatever. You know the rest. It's all scams. It's all about money with Donald Trump. Give him money or you're his enemy. Or you're just the people that apparently need to be done away with, the poor, the migrants, the non-Trump voter, or the U.S. Jews. You better get your act together, Donnie, and change your attitude when it comes to the Jews, because you never know when the Mossad will send somebody to do something about a fascist problem, you know, before it's too late. Also, to set up Leslie this week, there was talking about Herschel Walker, a guy posted something on TikTok, which is really based on a USA Today editorial, that what Herschel Walker represents to the Republican Party. And we have a clip of it here. Take a listen.
He is every stereotype that we have been called for 40, 50, 60 fucking years. Every single one. Absentee father? Check. Abusive? Check. Illiterate? Check. Athletic? Check. Will listen to what his masters say? Check. He's a perfect representation.
Leslie?
Yeah, I just again want to say the obvious. We're so fucking obvious. It's just so obvious. It shows how undeep we are as a society, how surface we are, and how much we talk about we want to go deep, but we're actually not changing whatsoever. We need to get out and vote, you guys, Because to me, I feel like if somebody like Herschel Walker can go up for office and win, they're basically calling us fucking idiots. I mean, and what's to show that we're not fucking idiots by letting somebody like that get into office? When we know, like Trump, we know what their whole intentions is with this off. None of these people are here to save their people or save faith. They're here to control. They're here to fuck up. They're here to make money. None of these people really give a fuck about America. Like, you go and I see these hardcore people with these flags and, oh, I love America and all this shit, but you're not really looking at the people who you think is representing America. They're not. They're representing their own insecure ass fucked up shit. And we had these gentlemen on here who say that most of us in this country don't believe in this thing we don't believe that women shouldn't have rights. We don't believe that we believe that we should have gun control and all of that. Where are y'all at? Are y'all going to show up to the polls? Because November's about to happen, and this is the one. This is the one that y'all need to show up for. Like, I am begging. This is not just a fuckery of the week. I'm begging you. This is Leslie Jones begging her followers, the people who listen to me, the people who live in this country and actually really do care about this country, because I actually do care about this fucking country. I care about the people in this country. I care about what's happening to us. Please go vote. If you're not registered, vote saveamerica.com. Go there, get registered. Keep updated. Just like the things that we don't know. We should know who's running our country. We should know who's running our state. We should know who's running our county. We should know who's our judges. We should know. It's the people. The people. It's down to the people. We the people. That shit still stands. Make your opinion known by showing your fucking votes. If you sit at home and you think you're making a point, you haven't done anything but made the point that they're going to win because you just voted for them by not going out and showing your opinion. Even if you were standing in a crowd of people, you wouldn't stop arguing your fact. You would argue it and let people know that this is how you feel. This is where y'all need to show up and show people how you feel. Get your fucking ass up and vote. You can't complain about shit in this country. You can't do shit if you're not fucking making your opinion known. If anybody is paying taxes, you should be letting your opinion known, because you're the ones who suffer when these motherfuckers make a mistake. In the pandemic, so many people lost their job, they lost their businesses, they lost so much stuff. And we pay into a system, we're paying taxes into a system that's supposed to be taking care of us. And we are letting it slip through the cracks because we are standing on some kind of stupid ass ground and point that's not getting made. Get your ass up and fucking vote. That's all I can say.
Thanks, Leslie. VoteSaveAmerica.com.
Vote Save America.
VoteSaveAmerica.com if you're unsure your voting situation. That's the end of the show. That was a good one. Thanks to the Pod Save America guys, and thank you for listening to the Fckry. Follow our show on Instagram at Fckry Podcast. That's spelled Fckry Podcast on all platforms. Send us you want advice? Send in your advice.
Yes,
Send in questions for Leslie. Send in. You want to go on a date with Leslie? She needs. She wants.
They're gonna be crazy people.
Cool, dude. We have
I know.
Crazy people. Let's. You
already
get crazy
I'm
people.
already getting crazy people, right?
Yeah.
Might as well ask them to subscribe. Yep.
So get to us. Follow Leslie. If you want to follow me, I'm at Lenny Marcus NYC on all platforms. Follow Leslie at LesDog. That's LESDOG with 3 G's on Twitter, 4 G's on Instagram, and 5 G's on TikTok. Why, Leslie?
Because I'm a motherfucking G, son.
The Fckry of Leslie Jones and Lenny Marcus was created and stars Leslie Jones and Lenny Marcus. The show is produced by Judith Cargbo. Our audio engineer is Jordan Duffy. Music for the show was done by Marina Pais. This is an Earwolf production.
Because